Today, in the Positivity Powerhouse podcast, we're going to visit a friend of mine in ancient China, Lao Tzu. He wrote the Tao Te Ching, and in it he said, "Act without expectation." Hey, it's Kriss. I'm your Positivity Powerhouse, and I'll be your host today because, it's my podcast, so that's how we roll up in here. Lao Tzu was an ancient Chinese philosopher and writer. He reputedly wrote the Tao Te Ching, which is the foundation of philosophical Taoism. He's also a deity in religious Taoism and traditional Chinese religions. How freaking cool is that? He's one of my besties. Totes my goats. One of my besties. He said, act without expectation. So how does that relate to the triple M's? Mood, mindset, and motivation. For mood, for me, it's calming, which is like super important because I've got like 37 different flavors of anxiety. I've got general anxiety disorder. I've got panic disorder. I've got social phobia. I've got agoraphobia. I've got OCD. I've got like all of them, because I'm an overachiever like that. But act without expectation helps calm the crazy brain down, and it speaks to my own spiritual belief. I'm not into Chinese religion. I'm pagan, and in my faith, we believe that everything you put out into the universe, for good or for evil, comes back to you threefold. So if I act for good, I don't know where it's coming back, or how it's coming back, or when it's coming back. I just know that it is coming back. I have faith. I don't need expectations. I have faith. As far as mindset goes, I can't control the outcome of my actions. I can only control my actions. For example, I used to be in direct sales. You wouldn't know it to look at me now, but I sold skincare and color cosmetics. And, we had goals that we would set. I want to, book 5 parties this week, or I want to get 3 reorders today. And you can't control that. Like, you can't make the other person say, oh, yes, I'd be delighted to have a party for you. Let's go. You can only control making phone calls and asking people. You can't even control if they pick up the phone. They might let it go to voicemail. They might ignore you. They might be screening their calls. You can only control that you pick up the phone and that you dial it. That's it. That's all you can control. None of the rest is on you. And some people had a really hard time grasping that concept, but it's like, it makes total sense when you stop and go, I can't control if they say yes. I can't control if they pick up the phone. I can only control if I dial. Yes, you got it. And the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. I think she's got it. I've got to let the universe handle the rest. I can only act and let the universe get on it. Another sticky note that I have is this yellow one, like right at the edge of the camera over here, that says, I can only do what I can do. No, I'm sorry. It says, I trust the universe to take care of me. I've got notes in front of me and I got wandered off a little bit. But the sticky note says, I trust the universe to take care of me, which I totally do, because that's what I have faith in. I trust the law of averages. I trust the law of karma. And I trust Newton's third law of motion. What? You don't remember Newton's laws of motion? What the heck? What is education coming to around here? I mean, in the last episode, nobody's read Faulkner, including me. Shh, don't tell anybody. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So I throw good out, good comes back. Equal and opposite reaction. For motivation, I really hate admitting this. I have impossibly high standards for everyone, but none higher than those I have for myself. I can't expect anybody else to live up to those standards except for myself. Except they're impossibly high, ridiculous, and like I know I can't meet those expectations. I know. But I'm an overachieving perfectionist, which I'm working on. So I have these like insane expectations of myself. So I'm motivated to act to the best of my abilities so that I can kind of encourage the universe to bring about the results that I want. Just, a gentle nudge on the universe, because you don't want to go around like bitch slapping the universe and dragging it down and kicking it a few times. That's bad. You don't want to do that to the universe. Just gently encourage it, nudge it along the way you want it to go, to bring about the results that you want. I'm driven to do everything I can to create the best reality for myself and those I love. In case you've missed previous episodes, I'm disabled. I have to use a wheelchair when we leave the house, and inside the house, I use an office chair on wheels. That's how I get around everywhere. I live with my caregivers because due to the nature of some of my disabilities, it's not safe for me to live by myself. I can't go shopping. I can't shower or bathe myself alone. Unless it's like those really icky, no rinse, gloop on wash rags, and that stuff is vile. Like, it makes you feel icky all the time. It's just bad. So I can't get dressed by myself very easily. So I live with my caregivers and their family, and I've kind of adopted them as my family. So I want to do the best that I can to help them take care of me, which means things like, better groceries and all the bills are paid and, all that kind of stuff. So I put that out into the universe, but I don't have the expectation. I want it to come back. I have faith that it will come back, but I don't expect that it will come back. And I know that sounds a little weird, a little counterintuitive, but I promise it makes sense. At least it makes sense to me. So let me know if it makes sense to you. All right? See you next time. So what do you say? What do you have to say? I want to know. So reach out to me. You can hit me up 3 easy different ways where I'm guaranteed to see what you're talking about. First, you can find me on Facebook. The group is called Positivity Power Club. I'm reading over a list right here to make sure I get everything right. Positivity Power Club is for listeners of this podcast, clients of my coaching business, Positivity Powerhouse, and supporters of Positivity Powerhouse and the message who maybe aren't listening, maybe aren't coaching clients, but have the mindset, want to work on the mindset, want to get it right. All 3 of those groups can be found inside the PosPow Club. Second, you can reach me at positivitypowerhouse.com. Right there on the front page, there's a contact form where you can reach out to me either for a general contact because you want to work with me, or because you want to reach out with your own question about the 3 M's: mood, mindset, motivation. I'm all about the lists. Can you tell? We've got 3 ways to contact me, 3 M's, 3. The third way to get a hold of me is email. And this one gets a little long. First, it's Kriss, Kriss, 2 S's. Very important. Kriss at positivitypowerhouse.com. All 3 of those means of communication are places that I monitor, that I keep careful track of. So if you want to reach out, those are the ways to do it. I can't wait to hear from you, and I'll see you next time.